NHL players who never lived up to the draft hype. 1. Alexandre Diagle. Alexandre Diagle is the biggest bust in NHL history. There is no doubt about that. Diagle was hyped as a future all-star player and a player that you could build your franchise around. Diagle was a major disappointment as a #1 overall pick. Recorded only 327 points in 616 games played. 2. DiPietro. DiPietro could not have possibly lived up to the expectations placed on him by GM Mike Milbury. Not only did DiPietro get selected first overall in the 2000 NHL draft, they traded away Roberto Luongo so that he could be their franchise goalie. Even though DiPietro had a really good start to his NHL career, he couldn't stay healthy. To make matters worse, the Islanders were stuck with one of the worst contracts in NHL history. 3. Nikita Filitov. Nikita Filitov is a great example of a player who had all the talent in the world but never panned out at the NHL level. At the time of the draft, some scouts said that he was the next best thing after Steven Stamkos in the 2008 draft. He never lived up to that draft hype because he only had 14 points in 53 NHL games played. 4. Alexandre Volhkov. Alexandre Volhkov is one of the biggest busts in NHL history. Volhkov was extremely talented and put up impressive numbers with the Barrie Colts. But he had attitude issues, but the Caps decided to look over that and select him 4th overall. Boy were they wrong, because Volhkov only played in 3 NHL games for the Capitals before they were tired of his poor attitude. 5. Stefan. Stefan was the beneficiary of being in one of the worst draft classes in NHL history. However, that did not stop the media from hyping him up as the next great star. Needless to say, he did not live up to the draft expectation and he is considered one of the biggest busts in NHL history. Next, 5 NHL players who are draft steals.